Hey, what's up YouTube? I figured I might do a quick video before I um, feed. So this tank here, excuse the algae on this tank. I've been leaving the lights on all week on a lot of my tanks. So yeah, I gotta scrape the algae, but please excuse that one. So this is my potential Redis leaders pair here. That's Rhino right there, and then 2D is in the log there. Um, she'll probably come out once I start feeding, but I was just like digging in the digging in the tank, and it probably spooked her. But yeah, that's Rhino there looking for food. Up top, Prince here. My Amphilophus lion's eye. Rio Plantanol in all his glory. And on this side here, my male Citronellus, Rosabella, Lake Nicaragua. Healthy, super healthy. Looking for food as well. And on this side, my Hoga tank with my two Hogas, Nature Boy, Shotgun Shelly, Son of Sam, the Marble Fenestratus right there up top, and then down the bottom, Pistol Pete, Amphilophus, Labiitis, Alzapatera. I think he thinks he's the boss of this tank now. Maybe he is, who knows. But it looks like Nature Boy pushes everybody to the left side of the tank. Everybody's here, and he has a spot there. So it is what it is with this tank. One thing I wanted to talk about with this video is fish tank maintenance. So when you're doing maintenance, sometimes when we get these tanks, they there forever. We don't move them. In order for you to move these tanks, you will have to break them down. Drain the water out and move the fish, and then attempt to move the tank. But what I've noticed is, and I don't know everything. I've been in the hobby since 2015. But as long as I had fish, tanks, in the beginning, I would push my tanks up against the wall, and so sometimes I would have I would pinch an extension cord, or I pinch an air hose or something, and I couldn't get behind the tank. You can't tilt it, lift it up a little bit, and relieve that pinch. You gotta drain the tank and move it, and it's too much work. So what I've learned, in my years of fish keeping, is to provide space for you to work behind your tank for maintenance. So I could get behind here, I could clean if I want, clean behind the tank, scrape the algae from on the back side of the tank if I wanted to, and I may be putting up some decor back here, like the aquarium scape wallpaper, and I could easily do it because I could walk back here behind my tanks, without squeezing and hitting the sides of the wall here. And this tank here, I could do a 360 and not even hit the side. So that's something that, and I'll show you some other tanks as well, but that's something that we should consider when we're setting up our tanks, because you're going to have to change out sponge filters, the lines for the sponge filters. You're going to have to clean behind your tanks. Like I got to do a lot of algae scraping because of me leaving my lights on. But with that being said, there's nothing for me to do. It's not hard for me to get back there because I could squeeze back there. Well, not even squeeze, but I could walk back there and work without being uncomfortable and hitting the wall or the tank or anything. So, something to think about. So this tank here, actually, when I had my power outage, I had to go behind here and find out what the problem was with my outlet back there. So again, this is enough room back there for me to, I can walk back here with no problem, not touching the tank, and then so I could do any work down there that I need to do on my outlet, on my cords. And then this is the other angle of the back side of that tank. Yep, so it's nothing for me to get behind or move behind my tanks with ease. Again, I could get to anything. Sometimes you might even have a fish that jump out, and they get behind the tank. And if you can't squeeze behind there, you might lose that fish. Same for this side over here with this tank. Um, I can walk back there. I could do whatever I need to do. And I could actually walk from here all the way around the other side, just like the other tank, without even coming out of the back area of the tank. So I could walk here, make the left, and I'll end up on this side right here. I could come right through here and then work behind here. Let me show you. Work behind there. It's a lot of space and room for me to work and do whatever I need to do, to service my tanks. But yeah, so this tank, I have a lot of algae on the back end of this tank because I recently got two Alzepatera Red Devils, and I wanted to keep my eye on those because I put them in with the lion's eye grow out, and I know the lion's eye didn't already establish their territory, and the big one usually chases everybody around. So I wanted to ensure the safety of my Red Devils. And so because I got the light on, I created some other hiding spaces here as well. As you can see, that one right there, she's been hiding underneath that brick right there. So everybody has a spot or different places where they can hide out, or rest or whatever they need to do. So but as you can see, I got some algae all in the back. I got algae on the front there because this light has been on 24/7 for at least, yeah, it's been 24/7 because I picked them up last Sunday, and today is Saturday, so tomorrow will be 7 complete days that this light has been. It's been on probably longer than that, but I know for these fish, for the Red Devils, I specifically had it on for those guys. Just wanted to keep my eye on them. This is another tank that I've had the light on because I reduced the fish in this tank, so it's 4 in here. And I just wanted to keep my eye on the because I know Ammo could become very territorial, and I know he potentially may be pairing up with that female right there. So they've been kind of chasing people. They've been hanging out in the log, and they've been chasing people. Well, the other two, they've been chasing them on this side here. So trying to keep my eye on that one there. And then I got this little hospital tank here that I think I'm going to just wind up putting. I got my real Nerano Feste Halo, and I might be putting him down here for a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna wind up putting him down there for a little bit. Again, I'll be changing the sponges pretty soon on a lot of these tanks. Doing some, of course, all next week I'll be doing some algae scraping on all these tanks. Water changes next week, so that's gonna be the goal for my tanks. I'm also gonna be adding a couple more tanks. I'll probably add another tank next week. Don't know if I'm gonna set it up next week, but I know for sure I'm gonna be picking up one next week, and then maybe 2 weeks after that I'll be picking up another one, and then I'm gonna get 100-gallon tub. I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna put the tub though, but I need to get a 100-gallon tub for grow outs. So that's a big plan of mine this summer. 100-gallon tub, and yeah, with that 100-gallon tub, I could potentially put it outside of my home, underneath my deck. We'll see. We get spring and summer coming up, so I think it'll be fine. I'll put a screen cover over top of it to protect it from potential predators, damn squirrels, and anything else that may interrupt my or bother with my fish. But that's gonna be the goal. But yeah, that's where we are with the fish. Just wanted to do a quick update. That little Alzepatera Red Devil right there, maybe about 3 inches. The smallest one. We're being chased right now, but that's the smallest fish in this tank. So I most definitely wanted to make sure that, or ensure the safety of that fish, because she is so small. But she is nice though. That's her right there, right in the center. Center's right there. It's both of them actually, but yeah, she right there. If she stay barred, which I doubt, but if she stay barred, that would be a bonus for me. But this is her sister here, so more than likely she'll peel. She get a little bit older, a little bit bigger. I'm sorry, not older, but bigger. She get a little bit bigger, she'll peel like her sister. Um, yeah, but it is what it is, you know. We doing things. Also, I may be trying to get more Feste. I'm in the market for maybe a Trimac pair or some Juvie Trimac. Um, um, and some other sub Midas species that I'm looking for. I know it's going to be hard to find, but I'm gonna try my best to reach out to some people and maybe have to offer some money they can't refuse. That usually works. But all right, let me feed these guys, man. They all hanging up the top of the tank. They hungry. All right, thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Just go ahead and hit that like button right now before you clock out. Um, Feel free to comment any questions, comments, or concerns. Yep, I'm here for it. All right, I could be reached if you're trying to reach me for any purposes. Sean Kennedy on Facebook. Um, all things Amphilophus on Facebook. All things Amphilophus on Instagram. I really haven't been on Facebook and Instagram that much because of the Lent season. So I got a couple more weeks and then I'll be jumping back on social media. But as of now, the only social media I've been doing is YouTube. So again, God bless y'all guys. You know, if you send me a message on Facebook, you know, I may check it, you know, once a week or whatever, just to see, because I get messages all the time from fish people. So yeah, I'll pop in just to check a message, but yeah, I haven't really, you know, because of Lent, I've been, you know, staying away from social media. So, well, Facebook and Instagram. So all right, guys, have a good one. Enough of the rambling from me. I hope y'all enjoy my videos. I hope y'all enjoy my fish. There's going to be some improvement to the fish room this spring and summer. Some things I'm going to upgrade. I want to upgrade all the lights, lids, and I'm going to be adding a couple more tanks. I might even put those tanks on cinder blocks. I like that idea, so I'm thinking I'm gonna go with that just for a little bit, just to see how it works out for me. But that's most definitely what we aim for, or what we aiming for. All right, guys. Again, thank you for your support. Peace.